If you have a blank wall, like you don't think about it. You walk past it, but when you add artwork to it, it allows walls to become alive.
I believe art is very healing. I use it as my own therapy for healing.
Hello, welcome to Qatar 365 with me, Adil Halim. On this episode, we take a deep dive into the world of visual arts. We've come to one of the largest arts festivals in the country. The 5th edition of the Qatar International Arts Festival brings together more than 300 global artists from over 60 countries, ranging from well-established creatives to emerging talents. I got a chance to speak with artists and art lovers alike to find out about this year's highlights.
These buttons are made from the stones and parts of glass that were also for so long in the water, so they are not sharp anymore. You can touch it, they are not sharp.
You found it like on the beach?
Yes, I found it on the beach. Someone's waste is my treasure.
Irina Tosheva then turns that treasure into sustainable fashion. The Macedonian designer believes the fashion industry can help create a better world if people buy fewer clothes. Instead, she prefers sustainable pieces which last longer and are made with natural fabrics and better quality materials.
Sustainability for me personally means when you're from the beginning, you're thinking of the end. So you consider the fabrics that you're using, the whole story from the beginning to be practical. If we are talking about clothes, your client can use it regularly, can wash it easily, to not pollute the environment, and in the end, to not put it in the bin just to find it some new life.
Irina is displaying her sustainable clothing for the very first time outside of Macedonia at the Qatar International Arts Festival. She's one of the first fashion designers to showcase a collection in the Fest's 5-year history, which has predominantly been a forum for visual artists. With the theme of environment and sustainability, Expo 2023 Doha was the ideal venue for this year's arts festival.
Qatar always gives a platform to worldwide artists, and this year we have around 302 artists from 63 countries and around 475 artworks. So this year when they came to know that Expo is starting from October, so we thought that we have the same theme. So let's collaborate with the Expo and let's do this festival here.
The festival's founder says with the participation of 12 global galleries, the Arts Festival provides a professional platform for artists to exchange ideas and experiences. It also helps international artists sell their pieces in Qatar without taking a commission. Reshmi says the annual festival is here to stay, and she's proud of its growth from year 1 to today.
It's lots and lots of difference I can see. Now people, they wait for Qatar International Art Festival that when it will announce the next edition. We already got the confirmation for 2024 dates and 2025, and it is getting more popular. People, they are waiting for to come here. They want to come here, and it is a very beautiful platform for selling also.
Sarah Al-Hail agrees. The Qatari artist works in oil and gas by day, but says pop art is her passion.
One day, I just decided to have a change in my life or to add something, a flavor of my life. So I decided, I didn't have any idea that I would do art at the beginning. So I just hold the pen and then I started to draw and then I liked it. And then I went deep to it until, I started to produce my art pieces.
Sarah began her artistic journey in 2018, around the same time as the first edition of this festival. During that period, she has noticed an increased appreciation for the trade.
In old days, when they ask about the cost of an art pieces, they got shocked that it is very expensive. Nowadays, you can see that people understand art and the beauty of art and the joy that can bring to your house, to your place, to your apartment, to everywhere.
Qatar is no stranger to public art. More than 50 murals cover walls across Doha, with more on the way. Now an international mural festival that showcases the work of local, regional, and international artists has landed here at the old Doha port. I got a chance to speak with Worldwide Wall's founder, Jasper Wong, to find out why he believes mural art can lead to urban beautification. Why does public art breathe new life into urban spaces?
I think what it does is it allows walls to become alive. So if you have a blank wall, like you don't think about it. You walk past it, it's every day, it's there. You don't ever pay any mind to that wall. But when you add artwork to it, or an art installation, then people stop. They take photos, they want to try to find out who it is, or what the story is, what the messages are. And it allows sort of like more foot traffic, creates more vibrancy in those neighborhoods. And it just helps to sort of bring the whole neighborhood up.
Now you've got 13 artists featured here, local, regional, international. What does a platform like this mean for an artist?
Well, it allows artists to sort of share their work, share their cultural stories, or share it in a place where people aren't familiar with their work as well. It also helps them to connect with these local communities, connect with other artists, both locally and visiting, and help to sort of bring up everyone.
Now, art can be very subjective, right? So, especially when you talk about something like graffiti, there's proponents and then there's, critics. Is that the same in mural art?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like, there's people that love it, people that hate it. Like when I first started doing the project years ago, people felt that I was destroying the neighborhood. There was actually even this anti-Jasper group of seniors. Like it wasn't like anti-graffiti or anti-street or anti-murals. It was like anti-me personally. And they would walk around the neighborhood trying to find me, just so that they could berate me.
That must be kind of scary with an angry mob of seniors coming in.
Exactly, always, right? So then, there's always that. There's people that like dislike what we're doing, but what we've seen is the complete opposite. And what we've seen is that what it does is, as I said earlier, like it makes neighborhoods feel alive. It creates foot traffic. With that, it makes areas safer. If there's more people around, it becomes safer. It feels safer because it feels more vibrant, there's more color. As there's more people around, they're discovering local shops, local restaurants, and they're partaking in those. And it helps to boost these sort of local economies. And then more people want to build businesses and do stuff out there too. So it helps to like sort of, raise up a community and raise up a neighborhood rather than sort of take it down.
Could you have ever imagined when you started and you're being shooed out of areas to now being welcomed into public spaces?
I mean, would have never imagined, like to be here in Doha, like it's beyond my wildest dreams. And we've done it in over 25 cities. So I've traveled to all over Japan, to Korea, and we've even done projects in Kathmandu, in Rotterdam, in Sweden. Like we've done it like all over the globe.
It's been said art is a mirror of the mind, and every masterpiece will forever capture the artist's thoughts, whether calm or turbulent. That's why art is increasingly being used to push boundaries of expression and a way to break social stigmas as a form of therapy. Laila Humaira takes a look at how art uses color and creativity as a healing tool.
Vibrant, colorful, and feminine. That's how Sally Khoury, or better known as Sally K, would describe her style.
My work is inspired by capturing the essence of empowered femininity, confidence, and the strength that's inherent basically within every woman.
The freedom to experiment with nature and colors bloomed into a way to communicate with her audience.
Creativity is a way to express yourself in ways that sometimes you can't with words. Color has a lot of meaning, and it evokes emotions. So I think being able to create and have this nonverbal communication between the viewer and the person is very important.
While Sally uses flowers to light up an empty wall, Carmela's artwork is a vivid contrast of colors with equally powerful messaging, like her piece on display she calls Optimistic.
Optimistic is basically the darkness that we face when we are facing negativity and tribulations in our life. If we choose to find the positive in life and things, we can see that there's optimism all around us.
Carmela's raw artwork are the results of channeling her own life experiences and turning what was once painful into a powerful source of self-expression.
I describe my style as emotional, abstract. I believe art is very healing. I use it as my own therapy for healing, going through childhood trauma as a kid, childhood abandonment.
And Carmela believes the deeper she goes into exploring her craft, the more she thrives.
I believe if you put boundaries on expression, you set yourself up for a blockage and you can't fully express yourself the way that you would like to. The sky's the limit, the universe is the limit.
Whether you paint as a pastime or a passion, the use of color in art is not only stimulating for the mind, it also helps regulate moods and is known to calm anxiety. Artists themselves are increasingly mindful of the art they create, and more are using chromotherapy to make conscious, impactful masterpieces.
Hala Al-Jafari is one of 30 artists who displayed her work at Qatar Foundation's Artful Minds exhibition at the Multaka Gallery in Education City.
My work is titled Breaking Bread. I used oil on canvas, and in this work I tried to show the importance of social connections.
The pieces were specifically made and chosen to raise awareness on mental health.
I used a little bit of blue as a sign for bad mood or depression. I wanted to everyone who look at my painting to feel related in some way, and for the people who struggle with mental health issues to know that they are not alone.
A group of people huddled together in conversation. That's one way to interpret the need to have deeper discourse about mental health. But Hala says there's more meaning to it.
My message is to everyone, either they're struggling with mental health or not, to be aware or mindful about the circle of people that is surrounding them, the people who share their stories with. After all, the most important person for yourself is you.
While Hala hopes that anyone who sees her artwork can find some peace of mind, she also wants to inspire them to create their own masterpieces.
Just go ahead and try some kind of art, any art you want, and you will immediately feel the relief.
Whether you use art for therapeutic reasons or just a fun getaway from the everyday, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Qatar 365. And that's all the time we have for now. For more, check out Euronews.com and connect with us through our hashtag. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Qatar 365.